Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Operating from the gun. Boyle rolling to his right. And his first pass is incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On 1st and 10, Boyle over the middle, and it's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. Now, that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard. Leopard. All right, now, look at 56.
To throw again, Boyle. Lewis has the first down and then some. Caught right side. It's Lewis. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off play action. Boyle. Dancing to his left. Finding room to the 20. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Off the play fake. Boyle. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up. Here we go. 3:19. 3:19. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he's forced out right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Looking deep down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Reynolds. And down he'll go at the 25. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Gun! 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 Gun!
Off play action. Boyle. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Check the backer, check the backer. Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Hey, check 24, watch 24. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Right back to him on first down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. Whoa. Let's get it.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Patriot!
It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Detroit!
Now this time he'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll go on the ground. And now running right through it. So he got free at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Going up top. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Gone!
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Now let's go! Green 39! Detroit! Gone!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Now let's go! Boo!
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On third down, Boyle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe he'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there. So
from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. To throw on 3rd down. Boyle. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He sets to fire deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
The Packers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over.
He's crashing. He's checking.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
Now let's go. Blue, landed.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They get a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Detroit!
Back to throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Detroit! Hot!
Back to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And this will be taken at the 13. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun, Boyle, buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, Boyle. Being chased out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Kenny Clark in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Operating from the gun, Boyle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch it now, Barney!
From the gun, Boyle. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Boyle. Escaping the pressure right. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Right, check right. Shoot. Detroit! Detroit!
Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
It's gonna be a long day.
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check, check. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
First carry for a Kenosha native and former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Off the play fake. Boyle. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Leopard. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Kill.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Pulled in at the 24.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain. And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Gun!
From the gun, Boyle. Flushed out right. Hard throw, incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 4th down, Boyle. And it's complete. Henry. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a first down. Finding room inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely. Still got a lot of life left in those legs. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Boyle. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. He'll look to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll look to throw now on first down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the deep...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Operating from the gun. Boyle. That's to his running back. Complete. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Well, this completes to Henry over the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And that one results in 35 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They come up in a two tight end look here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes, Coach, say that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit no matter what the battle is. We're going to finish this thing out.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Second down, here's an option right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
The Packers on 3rd down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Now, Barney. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Out. Bump up the mic. Gone.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for our visitors, They just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.